Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on October the 15th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. All right, as usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. All right, so coming up in just a little bit, we do have employment data from Australia. If the employment numbers are below expectations, that will have a negative impact on Australian dollars. Other than that, on Thursday here, we do have a EU Economic Summit. So this will be very important, and especially in regards to Brexit and the impact on British pound. So we'll have to keep an eye on comments to see what the progress is like in regards to the Brexit negotiations. If things are not looking good, if we hear negative stuff, then that would be negative for British pound. However, if they are making progress and they are getting closer to agreeing on stuff, that would be good for the British pound. So we'll keep that in mind. Other than that, we do have non-farm employment numbers from Canada, as well as employment numbers here from the US as well. And then crude oil inventories, we have Fed members speaking, as well as ECB President Lagarde speaking. So basically, we'll have to keep an eye on the Brexit stuff. Will be the most important thing tomorrow. So let's go to our charts here. We'll start off with euro dollar here. So euro didn't really do anything all day today. So here we see price has held below our resistance level here of 1.1775. So neutral bias here today. So if we see that price holds below this previous support resistance level here, then we're looking for a further drop. So still the bias is more to the downside, because as we can see here, price has been making lower highs here. So if it holds here, that will be the next lower high. So we'll look for a further move to the downside then. However, right now it is neutral. Volume is neutral, price is looking neutral here as well. So neutral bias, but if we see a retest and it holds, then I will look for a drop. So neutral bias there. Pound dollar here, this one has gone back and forth, and I would expect more volatility in here still. Excuse me, based on what happens with how the EU summit goes and what happens with the negotiations in regards to Brexit. Basically, if it holds below the resistance, then again, we're looking for price to go towards a support level here. So this is the range it's been trading in just over a week here. It's been stuck in this range. So if it holds below 1.3065, then we're looking for a move back down towards the bottom of the range here towards 1.2860. So neutral bias for pound dollar as well. So this move here, this is the volatility that we were talking about with the pound. I would expect this type of moves still, especially with the summit tomorrow. We could see if the comments are not positive, then we could see a move in the opposite direction. But right now, this is probably not the best one to touch, because of volatility like this. It can just move back and forth. So yesterday we were looking for a drop. It did drop right into the first target level, but then shot right back up. So it's very volatile at the moment. So neutral bias here for pound dollar as well. Aussie dollar here, this one went into our pullback level. Today's candle close is very very small, not much of a move, but bias still remains to the downside. This one is also, it's been making lower highs. So first target here, it's still 0.7100. And then if it manages to go through that, we're looking at 0.7020. So bearish bias for Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar here, this one's looking bearish as well. We see price is holding below this resistance level here at 0.6675. And I will look for a bit of a drop here. In terms of the target, first target is 0.6600, and then looking for a further drop towards the bottom of the range here, 0.6520. So bearish bias for New Zealand dollar. Dollar CAD here, it did make a bit of a move to the upside, not looking super strong, but still looking bullish here, slightly bullish, I should say. Next target is 1.3200, back into this level here. So bullish bias here for dollar CAD. All right, let's take a look at our commodities, starting off with silver here. Silver pulled back. And now this is neutral here. Overall, we're still making lower highs. So as long as it holds below 1.2460, bias would still be more to the downside here. So neutral bias, target is 22.80 for silver here. Gold here, same thing, it pulled back and then it's holding below the support resistance level at 1910. If it continues, we're likely to see a drop back into 1871 and 1847. Now, should it go through here though, then we will look for these levels to the upside here. For now, this is looking neutral. Oil here, oil looking bullish. It's right into resistance once again. This is where it had turned. So now if it doesn't go through, it could just get stuck here. So tomorrow we do have oil inventories coming out. So if there's a buildup in inventory, then oil tends to drop when there's a buildup in inventory. If there's a drawdown, then the oil will go up, and that will make a difference here. Right now, though, as we can see, it's been stuck in this range for some time since September. If it manages to break through, then we are looking at a move back into the high here of 43.85. So right now, this is neutral as well. Once it crosses the top of the range, then it becomes bullish. So neutral to bullish bias here for oil. Copper here, same thing with copper as well. We saw a pullback and now this is looking neutral as well. So neutral to slightly bearish. If it holds below 3.03, then we're looking for a drop back towards 2.93. So bias here is neutral to bearish for copper. Bitcoin here, same thing, neutral to bearish bias. It's just stuck in this bit of a range here. Next target is 11,000. So neutral to bearish here, looking for a bit of a drop towards 11,000 here. So that's Bitcoin. S&P 500, this one did drop. We were looking for a drop here. Again, the bearishness is, or the bearish candle is not super strong. So at this point, it is bearish. However, it can turn. So it hasn't quite, it's not in a sell mode yet. And with the stock markets, one of the things that is going for stock market right now, or in the favor of stock market, is the expectations around the stimulus package. So regardless of who wins, which party wins, whether that's Republicans or Democrats, one thing is for sure, that there will be a stimulus package, and that's a positive thing for the stock market, and expectation of the stimulus is still holding the stock market up. So at this point, slightly bearish bias here. If it doesn't cross through the support, it can still go back up here, where from exactly where it is, it could just turn. However, once it crosses through, then it becomes bearish, and then we can expect a drop. So for the time being, neutral to bearish bias here for S&P 500. Next target is 3430. Same thing for NASDAQ here. This one's looking slightly more bearish here. We had a pin bar yesterday and nice drop today. So we may get a pullback into 12,038. And then if it holds, I will look for a further drop here. So in terms of the target, the first target is 11,850, and then second target here is 11,700. Dow Jones here, this one's looking bearish as well. Again, it's not very strong in terms of our bearish candle here. So neutral to bearish, and this is the type of move I'm looking for. The question though is, can it really sustain it? We're right into the support right here. So if it doesn't go through 28,390 or 400, then we're looking for a move back. So watch out for that. But once we see a drop through the support level, next target level is 28. So 27,900. So neutral to bearish for Dow Jones as well. DAX here, DAX did drop here. So this is looking bearish. I will look for a further drop towards $12,840 back into the support level here. So this is a bearish, and this is where we're looking for 12,840. So bearish bias for DAX. And then FTSE here, this one dropped nicely. This is bearish and looking for a move back towards 5,800 back into the support. So this one's been trading in a range, as we can see. So looking for that move back towards the support of that range. So bearish bias here for FTSE. And then going back to into our Nikkei here. Nikkei also neutral to a bearish here. It's having trouble going through the resistance, but again, the candle close here is not very strong. So it's stuck right into that support. It's been struggling with that support for the last 4 days. It hasn't gone through the resistance. It hasn't gone through the support. So neutral to bearish here. We need to see a drop through 23,465, and once we get that, then next target is 23,235 back into the base of this candle here. So that is bearish as well. So that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.